Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sichuan News Agency. I'm right now in the southwestern part of China. Clothes culture is something unique to different ethnic groups. And today we are going to show you the Asian tradition of embroidery in this particular part of China. So with me is the expert on local ethnic culture. Her name is May. 你好.
你好.
So she has been practicing embroidery in the local way for more than 20 years. And we are now in front of her shop, and we're going to get a glimpse of what is inside and to find more about their unique way of wearing. 那我们先进来看一下. So in the shop, we can see there are vast there's many kinds of clothes. So each of them have a distinct story behind them. So let's ask what May has to say about this particular one. 介绍一下这个吗？
这个是用的这个就是绵羊的毛织布出来的整个一套衣服，做工时间用了10个月。
So this is one made of wool and takes 4 months by hand to finish this work.
然后我带你到那个去看怎么织布出来的。
So May's idea is to combine the old with the new ideas and to make the traditional elements more receptible to the new generation. 那我们现在就是可以看一下外面的编织过程吗？
可以。
So now we are going to follow May to the actual making of these clothes. In front of the shop, you can see lots of young ladies. They are working on the embroidery.
做衣服的话是第一步是
So the very first step is spinning and merging the several threads into one. This is something very unique to the local way of making embroidery.
这个就是专门织布的。
那个是羊毛还是棉线？
羊毛。
So these are all made of wool.
就是织布这个的，然后这个的第二步是在内服机内。
我们就着这个近的来说吧。
这个是专门这个就是织毛
So this is working of a hat. This particular kind of hat is wearing by the old lady usually.
因为书生打的了，这就是打毛织的，然后这个叫十字绣，这个叫十字绣。
So this is cross stitch.
十字绣，然后对，这个是传统绣。
This is relatively easy compared to the other way of making embroidery. And you can see the different colors here, and they are in the shape of repeated pattern of geometrical designs.
这些是天不绣。
So this is a different way of making the using the needles.
然后这个线是我们搓过，就是用专门用那种来搓了过后再。
So these threads are emerged by several different threads, and usually you can see you can find the threads like 6 or 8 made into one. This is a very important part of making the clothes, and you can see it right here.
就是用的这个线来，这原本的线是这样买起来，然后就搓成线，搓成这个样子的线。
So you can see the process of emerging the different threads into one to make it bolder.
然后这些是这个
So that sleeve over there, you can see that the
这个是原创织出来，然后就是穿出来
so
的
this
这种是。
this kind of embroidery is very common here in the local way of making clothes. It's always embellished with different lines and colors here.
这儿说的，这个就是织布的第二步，就是织羊毛的这个就是第二个工具，第二步。
So this is actually the second stage of making the yarns.
这个是用来，这个就是织布衣服。织布衣服的话，就用的是第二道。有这个就是织出第三步过后，才整个一件衣服就织出来了。第一步搓线，第二步织这个，第三步是织那个。
So you can see the colors of E minority people are very very colorful, and but you will probably also notice that their way of using colors are characteristics by the widely use of black colors, of red color, of yellow, and of white. That is the traditional four colors. Because according to their mythology, the whole world, the species, the living things, are born after 3 snow, and they are actually snows with colors.
这个就是半成品，可以在这个就是衣服上绣，也可以在这个就是版花。
So this is part of the embroidery, and you can see that it's the shape of flower. It's called rhododendron.
这种叫天布绣，贴布绣，贴布绣，这个是布贴上去，然后再用这个线路来。
So now May is showing another way of embroidery, that is to use the patch of to put different patch of clothes together and make them into different shapes. So this is the place where the lady here is writing down the shapes, and she is about to cut the piece according to the circle, the wave shape here. So now we are going to return to the room inside to have a better understanding of what kind of garments the men and the women are wearing, and what different parts are they. 那我们现在进来看一下这个就是男装女装的部分吧。对，我们找一个。
早上说的嘛是。
So now we can see there's a model of young couple, and they represent the basics of the local wearing.
这个叫袄贴，衣袖贴。
So this is called altie in local language. It's the hairpiece.
这个就是查尔瓦披风。
So this is it's in local language. This is called charwa, but it's a cloak, as you see, and it can protect you from the wind.
这个就是衣袖贴，衣袖带。
So this belt is unique to the local culture. It's called the hero's belt, because only the people with a respected status or is like the elder ones can wear this.
这些男装是这个男装，它就底下有花纹，女装它就没得底下没有花纹。
So you can see that the men's clothes there is laces on below, and this is something different from the women, because women usually don't have the lace at this bottom part of their clothes.
然后裤装是这个，现在我们是改良过，这个就是裤子，老式的裤子它是不能绣花的。
So the trousers, you can see, is very fat and it's also very long. It must be very comfortable wearing it.
然后这个是男装小朋友的，也是
So this is the garments for a young boy.
有腰带，这个是腰带，裤子它就有五颜六色的，有花，这个有花。
So the boys' garments are more colorful compared to the adults.
然后这个袜贴也是
So
有
the
花。
so the hairpiece can use more like flowery designs, and this is called the hero knot. This is also part of their traditional hairpiece. Because in the past, people used to tie their braids together to give the shape of knots. But nowadays, people are not used to keep their hair so long. So nowadays, it's only become a decoration. So May has been doing this for more than 20 years. So we are just curious how she develops us such a love for the local handicraft. 那您能不能跟我们讲一下，就是怎么就是开始做这个就是喜欢上绣？
我小的时候就是5、6岁读书的时候就开始喜欢绣，因为我妈妈是会绣的，然后就是我妈妈在这个就是绣的时候，我就偷她的线和偷她的针布，就悄悄的绣了，然后晚上就会被妈妈骂。
So May is so interested in embroidery that as early as 5 or 6 years old, she began to steal the threads from her mother because she wanted to practice this craft. So she explained that she is the youngest child of her family. She has 6 siblings actually, and so whenever so she seldom had the chance to wear the new garments. So when she wears the old garments, the things that happen frequently is that it just wears out, and she needs to fix it with needles, with threads, and she comes the idea of making it even more beautiful by embroidery of flowers of different colorful lines.
然后就通过这个就是一直很想开一个很大的这个就是自己设计出来的衣服。我现在的店子上的衣服是从来做一件是一件，没有重复的样式，没有重复的花纹，没有重复的这个就是颜色。
So a childish love for clothes, for embroidery, has developed into a serious business. So now in her shop, she has designed every piece of clothes without repeat of design. So with the help of the government, she has helped fund the training class for the local women to learn the embroidery, and many of them, and 168 actually, has joined her in creating this local workshop of embroidery, and is doing well in the markets. So she has met some difficulties. For example, in the beginning, the local women she worked with are not very skillful, but she, in order to encourage them, she still buy the products buy the products they made. Her family members are just very disappointed that she buys so many unsellable goods or rubbish, what they call, and bring them home. And she never explained to them, but because she held the belief that their business will eventually take off. So actually, she thinks that by buying the products from the local women, she gives them some hope that they can make a living by embroidery. So the local women used to stay at home. They have a lot to care about, like raising their kids and take care of the homework, but also to do the farming. But with the embroidery program, they can now make money with their hands without moving around with their husbands, and they can have some earnings. And the local people, local women find this work satisfactory eventually because they can stay at home and have more time to spend with their kids. So these are the students of her, and some of them has become very skillful. 那么我们现在在这个年轻人当中还有喜不喜欢这个？我问一下您的侄女好吗？So this is the niece of May. She is she was born in the 90s. So we're going to ask her what's the opinion of the young people towards this Asian craft. Hello.
Hello.
What's her name, please?
Sichuan.
Oh, so her name is Ali, and we wonder when do you wear this the traditional clothes?
People will wear the clothes when they at a funeral or a wedding or important festival. Now the old men will wear the clothes in their daily life, but the young people don't wear the clothes every day.
So you mean that old people tend to use it a lot, but young people only wear it on important days, such as funerals or weddings, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are going to ask May what's her reaction with the young people's attitudes, changing attitude towards the Asian craft. 那您的侄女刚才跟我们就是回答，她说现在年轻人并不是经常穿这个，然后老年人经常穿，然后那么你现在对于这种推广，这个在下一代当中热爱这个刺绣这方面，你有什么样的想法？
就是所以说，想推进这个就是校园，就主要就是这个原因，让这个就是民族文化传承下去。唯一的办法也是从这个就是学校入口，学校的从小让娃娃抓起，让娃娃学习。
So May is actually thinking of promoting the craft by bring free classes to local elementary schools to let more kids to know about it, to love with the craft. 那你在那个现在是怎么做这件事儿推广？
推广这方面哈，推广是现在是通过这个就是本地方的这个传承传统的文化，传统文化和这个就是现在的话准备把这个改良传统文化不丢，然后加上这个就是现代元素，准备这个就是夏天我们就在这个就是 T 恤上点缀一点，绣一点花，然后就让更多人接受，56个民族都能够接受这个就是刺绣的一些文化。
So she is going to raise awareness of the local embroidery by selling the T-shirts that was decorated with the local design. 那么你在学校里面是具体是现在是有多少节课，然后教多少个学生现在？
我没有去开这个就是全国人大会之前，下学期刚刚进入这个就是校园，直接上了一学期。现在我准备是每个学校就是每个星期上一堂课，兴趣班，培养兴趣班。所以培养兴趣班，我不仅仅只让他们学这个就是刺绣，还让他们学这个就是丝网花，然后挂架一些提高他们的兴趣。
So she has been experimenting with one school, and she offered the free class to the local students, and she plans to expand this free educating program, and let the kids to have more access to the local knowledge of embroidery. 那么非常感谢您今天的那个宝贵时间，也希望您的事业发展得更好，谢谢。
谢谢。
So we thank May for her accompanying us today, for showing us all these techniques and culture behind the clothes making.